Hey, what's going on, my fellow dads? Welcome to another Motivation Monday, during which I'm going to talk to you about something that just happened, right? So, starting today, my kids leave school earlier. So here in Spain, they quit school 1 hour earlier, starting June, and that also is until September. So October it's normal again, but now 1 hour less because it's getting hot, which is understandable, I guess. Um, but that means that this month they won't go to the extracurriculars, meaning I pick them up before 3 instead of at 5. Anyway, so I decided I go a long walk with the dogs, you know, and after that, when we're done, I go pick them up, which is kind of on the way anyway, so it's perfect. So I get to the school and um, I got my headset in because I'm listening to an audiobook. At the moment, I'm listening to The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. And so the lady, the lunch lady there, she's like, Alex Van and Jago Van. And then she comes at me, she's like, you know, and I'm like, yeah, okay, just wait. So I'm trying to turn off my headset so I can pay full attention. And she says, Alex, which is my youngest one, he's 3, bit another kid that passed by running in his back. And they used some ice on the back of the kid. And just so I know. Right. So interesting. So the deal is, at the moment, if you've never listened to any of my podcasts talking about my youngest one, last year when he was in kindergarten, he was being beat up a lot. He's one of the youngest. He always will be one of the youngest when he goes to school. And for some reason, all the kids there went to the phase of biting and punching and doing all those and whatever it is, right? Scratching and all that stuff that little kids go through a phase. So it kind of seems like he is now going to that phase. And it's hard to get him out of it. So we're working on it, and I'm trying not to punish him, but make him understand in a way that, this is not the way that you should play with your friends. Or if you could do, you're going to end up with no friends. Which is the new strategy. The old strategy was you hit somebody, I'm going to hit you on the ass, so you feel and understand that that's not something you did. That doesn't work with my values. It can make me feel good, and it doesn't work at all with him. I've understood there were some kids it helps, with mine it doesn't. And that's the whole thing, right? We make mistakes, we keep moving forward. So today I decided to go on a complete new strategy. And the strategy is walk with him from school to home and ask questions on how the day went. So I'm walking there, and I first go to the oldest one and say, hey guys, how was your day? Good. Of course, it's a dumbass question because there's only a one-word answer. So I said, oh, what great things did you do today? So, my oldest one first talks about his day, and then my youngest one, and, they had a great time. So, okay, what else? And then little by little, the youngest one starts saying, like, hey, he's been a bad boy. I said, oh, really? What happened? So he explained to me that he said a bad word. So now he wants to go home and he wants to go to bed because he's been a bad boy. Well, I've never, ever sent him to bed for being a bad boy, but hey, wherever he learns that, that's okay. So we're walking, and I'm trying to really, make sure that my oldest son doesn't answer, right? Because he's like, he bit him. I'm like, quiet. He has to talk on his own so I can discover what happened. So after a long time, then finally he explains, like, okay, yeah, he bit another kid, but not really explains it in a way like, okay, this is what I did. So it might just be, a 3-year-old doesn't explain that yet, and he starts crying, closing his eyes, etc. And then we're moving a little bit again, we're talking about it. So I never got a straight answer. At least what I'm happy about, if there's anything to be happy about in this situation, is he didn't bit the kid from Jago school that I had problems with in the beginning of the year because he attacked my oldest son, the father. And I was hoping, if that's the kid, then I'm going to have tons of problems But that's not the case. So he bit a kid from his school, and now I got to try and solve it. And I tried to solve it by having a conversation, which that's the grown-up thing to do, and I'm trying it with my kids. So far it went okay. He went to bed for a little bit, for like 1 minute, because he wanted to punish himself, and then came back and then started playing. And I was continuously, while playing, just relax, making sure that he's in a good state, talking about what happened. And he hasn't been able to really convey what has happened. So I'm still a little in the dark, but just the kid ran by and he bit him. Now, here's the thing. One of the things that my dad explained to me when I was young, I did the same thing. And the reason why I did it was vengeance. So some of the kids would then either have done something to me before when nobody saw it, like punch me or kick me or do whatever, or they would have taken or start playing with a toy or with a ball that I wanted to play with at that time, and they won that argument, or when they won that moment, they took the ball away from me or whatever it was, right? And that then, when I saw my opportunity, I would lash out most of the time, apparently, according to my dad, by biting. Meaning that because the teachers didn't solve the problem straight and well from the beginning, making sure that everybody was mentally okay, I lashed out. So my father put the issue with the teachers, right? And that's one way to go, right? I can say, like, look, I can't do anything because it happens on the playground and it is not my fault. I'm not there, right? But the thing is, sometimes he bites or tries to bite my oldest son, or he hits him. And most of the times I'm there right away to make sure that it doesn't happen. But it happens. And at the same time, it's little kids. So as I go through this journey of now trying to explain to him by talking to him and making him realize himself without telling him, but just by asking questions to see if that would help with his current behavior, right? So, quick story, short, he bit, and the aim of this new strategy is asking questions to make sure that he started to come up within himself, this is not the right way to do this. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you. And please, if this is something that you've either been struggling with your kid or also struggling with, let me know in the comment section, right? I know we're not proud of this. I'm not happy with it. I'm not proud of it, but it is a fact, right? It's a fact that I've made mistakes with my son, as in the way that I tried to deal with the situation in the beginning. It's a fact that, there will be mistakes made in the future as well. We are dads. We will make tons and tons of mistakes, and that is okay. It is better to make mistakes and learn from them than not make any mistakes at all and just let it be as it is, and it can explode. I got some other great quotes coming up soon. I'm on my profile posting lots of dads quotes that are pretty cool that I found. And so day by day, there's going to be some cool quotes in that can help as well. Anyway, again, if you are struggling with something similar, please let me know. I'm happy to learn. I think that's the best way for us to learn is from each other, right? Instead of trying to solve everything on our own. So again, thank you for watching this. Have a fantastic Motivation Monday. Enjoy it. And I hope to see everyone again tomorrow for Terrific Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.